Alright, so welcome back everybody. So for this video, I'm going to be unboxing Near and Far by Red Raven Games and designed by Ryan Lockett. Now obviously, I really love Red Raven Games, and even though this one has been around for quite some time, I've been on the fence on deciding on whether to get it or not for such a long time now. And then when Now or Never came out, which was very recent, after looking at that game and doing some more research on this game, I finally decided to get Near and Far. So let's see what's inside this ginormous, heavy, very heavy box. I'm excited. Okay, here we go. And apparently now you can have the game fully voice acted for the audio, for narrating the story of this game. So that's really cool. I might do this website for Above and Below one of these days, but still, that's cool. Okay, so let's see what this is. Is this the storybook? It's humongous. Twice the size of Above and Below. And yes, it's like the storybook. It's huge. It's heavy. Very heavy. Man, this has got to at least weigh a couple of pounds, at least. Thick, thick book. So that's a storybook, and obviously, this is not something you unbox, really. So, because, you know, it's sort of like Above and Below, sort of. So you kind of discover as you go, just like in Above and Below. Although, obviously, it's very different still. It's not quite the same as Above and Below. But it is obviously in the same world, Arzium, just like Above and Below was. So, and just like Islebound and City of Iron and Rome were also part of, obviously, Arzium. So here's the rulebook. Now, I'm not going to show you guys the rulebook because it's a big rulebook, obviously. So I'm just skimming through it because it's huge and heavy, and it would take probably 5 minutes just to show you the rulebook. So we will move on. Okay, what is this? It is huge. I'm not even sure what this is. Oh, yes, now I know what this is. This is the maps. So instead of like a board, we'll be playing off of these maps. And I might have this upside down, so let's... There we go. This must be the right side up part. So let's just take a look at the maps, because that's not going to spoil anything, I don't think. It's not like the story, at least. So we have all sorts of places here. Glogo Caverns and the Desert Labyrinth. And Glogo Fortress. So we'll be playing on these maps. That's really cool. I like that. Lots of different names here and there. But there's more than one. There's several maps, depending on what, obviously, map you're playing on. So there's definitely going to be... Now, this is a campaign game. So the reason why I've been on the fence of this game, and one of the main reasons, is because I'm not a huge fan of campaign games. So, but I thought if I'm gonna get my own campaign game, it might as well be Red Raven Games because I like them so much. So, plus there's another game out there that just came out or is coming out that's sort of a campaign game that I've had my eyes on. So I figured if I'm gonna even think about trying to get that game, I should at least familiarize myself with this game because it is campaign too. Before I decide if I'm gonna get the other one. So, anyways, so we have some more locations and more beauty in the map. And let's move on. The Crimson Forest. Cool. Gorman's House. Toad Folk Caves. Ooh, I like that. Cool. Very cool. Starbed Lake, even. And some of these places are definitely going to have a lot to do with the animal folk of this game. Meteor Mountain. We've got Hogtown. Cool. And some hot springs. And cool. Very cool. I like that one. And we got a desert now. So a toxic desert. Very cool. Very cool. And let's see what else we got for map. We got a few more. Okay, so then we've got the Cloudy Valley. Very cool. Remember, this is all part of the Cloudy Valley when you think about it. Very cool. And they're thick. This is not something that's you're going to have to worry about ripping. Of course, you still want to be careful with it, but it's pretty thick. Fire Delta. Very cool. Now this is sort of like almost like an Islebound look to it almost. Rocktooth Isles. Very cool. Ghost ship, cool. A jail. And looks like that's a city, maybe. On that isle. Cool. Ooh, Mammoth Jungle. I like that one. Very cool. Monkey Tribe. Monkey Tribe. Cool. Very cool. And it looks like this is the last one. The Last Ruin. Pyramid of Illusions. Cool. Okay, so that's the maps. So that's... At least you got to see the maps. That's cool. The maps are awesome. Okay, now we got tons of other cool stuff to look at too, right? So let's see here. These are player boards, obviously. So, there you go. You can see the player boards really well. So there's 2, 3, 4 of them. So 4 players can play this game because there's 4. Here's the board. So this is this is like a miniature board, I suppose. Part of it. So you'll still be playing with this, of course, most likely. Now, you don't have to play campaign mode in this game. But if you want a lot of the storyline, there is another way you can play this game with storyline, I think. Besides, if you don't like campaign. That's the reason why I decided to get it. These are characters. There's 8 characters, and here's 3 of them right here. One of them is a lizard folk. Awesome. And one of the variants of the game, I guess, is allowing you to actually play as a character. And then there's like a story revolving around the character that would include that storybook. So you don't have to play campaign mode to get the story part of the game. But you can also play without story, period, regardless. So that's interesting. So there's a lot to this game for sure. These are pack birds, which are echidnas, actually. Or not echidnas, sorry, they're kiwis. So pack bird kiwis. And then these are all the types of, I guess, adventurers that are going to help you out or something like that. I don't like some of them, but I definitely like the lizard and the frog guy and the hog guy. And look, there's another lizard up here and another lizard and another lizard. There's 5 lizard guys on this one. Awesome. Awesome. And from what I understand, there's actually a lot of lizard folk in this game. So I'm super happy with that. Very happy. We got more characters here. 3 more. And there's also goods in this game that this is bacon, fish, and bread. So there's also food involved in the game. And there's a goat humanoid, another boar. Ooh, we got the parrot folk again. And we got 4 more lizard guys on this one too. So lots of lizard men in this. And then this is like a machine. This is like a robot type humanoid. And then I'm not sure exactly what she's supposed to be. Oh, wait. Maybe she's more like a fish person. She sort of has the gills and stuff, so I think she's like fish. A fish-type humanoid, a fish folk, maybe. Very cool. And it looks like we've got even more characters on this one. And one of them is a robot. Now, if I can just get the... No, I can't. It doesn't want to come out. Okay, we're going to have to do this, then. Whoa. Careful. Whoa there, horsey. Okay. So, I don't know why they didn't just put that stuff all on the bottom. Okay, so we've got... or the top, I mean. Anyways, so we got another character here with the robot. So you can be a robot, I guess. We've got more adventurers, and we've got... these are dogs, and they're actually double-sided. The cats are on the opposite side, if I remember correctly. See? Cats. So you can have a pet as well, and it can be either a dog, a cat, or it can be this thing, the platypus. Or this is also the platypus. There's only one platypus, but you can have a dog, a cat, or you can have a platypus, but just one in the whole game. And then there's another lizard folk. There's some more people here. Another hog folk or boar person. Cool. Some more pack birds, obviously. And the pack birds are only one of the type. There's actually another pack animal in this game on the opposite side, so you can play with these too instead of the birds. You can play with the tortoises, pack tortoises, instead of pack birds if you want. Cool, right? I like that. That's really cool. So that's all the punch outs for the looks of it. Then we've got this nice big brown bag here. So that's good. Okay, cool. Got a brown bag. We got lots of stuff to open, obviously. We'll do that last because it just takes a while. It comes with a pencil because there is a notepad here that you're going to be keeping track of certain things as you play the game. Maybe for the characters, maybe for the campaign. I'm not sure which exactly. We got some more cards here. More cards here. And we got lots of tokens here. Looks like these are tents, like tent meeples. They sort of look like tents. Let's just take a quick look and see. So, yeah, so these are like tents, I guess. They seem like it. And there's 4 different colors, hence you'll be playing with your particular color. If you're red, you're playing with the red tents. Okay? And there's green and blue and yellow. Then we got some dice. Lots and lots of bags. We got some standees, because some of those characters are going to be sitting on standees. So that's what these are for. And then look at this. We've still got something else besides cards just to look at. Now this will definitely open up. And take some of these out. Ooh, we got rubies. Very, very cool. They feel very nice, too. Nice. Let's see if I can hold it up. Or maybe they're not rubies. Maybe they're diamonds or something. But still, definitely a gemstone for sure. So that's cool. So gems, quite nice. That's definitely something cool to see. Gemstones involved in the game. Okay, now, let's take a look at the cards and see what kind of cards are in this game, too. Okay, so here we got some cards still to look at. So these are boss cards. So you might be facing some pirates, for instance. The Red King might be a boss you fight. Looks like this guy's more like a thief than a pirate, but he could be one or the other. But yes, there's some boss cards. They're tiny too, very small. Then there's the different types of tribes. We've got like the lizard folk, and we've got the nomads, for instance, and outlaws and stuff. So there's the tribes. Then there are some other cards. We've got like the adorable kitten and this. So we got a lot of these, and I think this goes with the story itself. Should I say the campaign? So you'll be using these, I think, if you're going with the campaign. So you might get some of these, maybe. So there's lots of different cards here for the campaign, as you can see. So I think that's pretty much all of the cards, I think. Oh, the Adorable Kitten. We stop till we get to the Adorable Kitten again, I guess. Okay, Woolly Mammoth. Okay, Adorable Kitten. So, that's a lot of cards for the storyline. And then we've got, I guess you'd be playing with these if you're not playing the storyline. Or you might be playing with these if you're playing the storyline too, but we've got an Unhelpful Walrus, for instance, and all sorts of other stuff on these cards, you know? So, but it's basically going to be talking about what you're going to do with it. If you want to fight this monster or avoid it, this is what it's going to take, combat and skill. This is what you'll get if you succeed, I suppose. So, I don't know, obviously I don't know a lot about the game, so there's a merchant frog, for instance, and a confusing dogfish, and a worried parrot. So a lot of animal stuff, too. Rock scientist, you know, frightened villager, condemned criminal. So all sorts of things, and a tentacle beast, and a windmill fire. So some fairies, it looks like, and I don't know how to pronounce the other word very well. Lost miner. We've got a friendly giant squid. Friendly giant squid. And see, it's discourage or accept. Can't fight it. That's hilarious. So, and then we've got a Glogo here. There's just a ton of these. Just a ton. There's no way you'd be playing with every single one of these in a single game, for sure. I'm not exactly sure when these would show up yet, as of yet. And then we still have more cards. So then we've got, like, these are like item cards that you can pick up. So we got a slingshot, and a bell, an old journal, a fishing pole, bounty contract. I won't spend too much time on these cards because there's just so many of them. Radish potion. Nuts, wild nuts, an old lantern, carrot basket, another slingshot, a sandwich, travel diary, frosted cake. Just so many stuff. So many of these. So many cards. I have to say, though, not a huge fan of the feel of these cards. They're not the best in the feel part, in the feel department. But you know, there's so many of them. So many. And then there are these cards, which you actually will be writing on these as well. And that's why there's so many of each of the characters here, because you'll be using these quite a bit. And that's why they say you should use a pencil, because that way you can continuously use them. But you obviously you get the name of the character, so that's cool. I'm not going to pronounce them, because some of these are really hard to pronounce. Vera. And Rin is the lizard guy that you can play as. So all these are all the characters. Greer is the robot you can play as. Here's another one, and here's another one. So that's those, and then we still got more cards. Then we've got all of these cards too. So there's all sorts of them here. And this symbol here reminds me a lot of the ancient world, because you would have tribes and stuff in the ancient world, and all these banners would indicate a certain tribe, and you'd get points based on tribes, the amount of banners you had for each tribe and stuff. And there's 4 of them in this game, so I suppose that could be similar in scoring, maybe. But yeah, there's so much stuff here. We got gambling dice, and like I said, I'm not gonna name them out, most of them anyway. A storm sword, an invincible box. There's just so many of them, you know, so we'll just kind of skim through them very fast. Is there? I can barely hold them all in my hand. A robot, it looks like. Tome of Tales. Ooh, a cookbook. So lots of interesting stuff in here. Lots of just tons of items, for sure. Just tons. I don't think you'd ever play with all these. Cooking spices. Just so many. I don't even know which one we started with. Okay, so that's cool. So, like... Oh, that's the one we started with. So yeah, I mean, it's just so many cards. And then, that's not all. We still have one more set of cards here. Types of monsters you might fight, I think. Because this is like a beast. And then we've got a raider. Another one of those beasts. Another raider. An ancient robot. Another, a bandit. A broken titan. Yeah, ancient world titan. A sand dragon. That's cool. I like that. Stone warrior. The stone warriors were also titans in ancient world as well. Same thing with the sand dragon, I believe. So there's some similarities here to the ancient world, except obviously the ancient world doesn't really take place in Arzium, but it's got similar style. So I suppose some of the ideas that when they made Near and Far, some of the ideas that they had in Near and Far probably kind of moved over to the ancient world, at least some of the beasts and stuff. But that's pretty much all the cards. Pretty much all. I didn't show every card, I don't think, but we definitely went through the majority of the cards. So that's it for the unboxing video. If you guys liked this unboxing video, don't forget to leave me a like, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye!